Hey everybody, it's me, Jeff Kennedy Space Surfer, with another hot off the press. Tonight, we're doing a puff print tracksuit, matching tracksuit. And this one's gonna be navy blue, or midnight blue if you will. It's a jockey set that I got, and it's in this like thin fleece, so it's really like good for Florida. But my friend Shaw, she has a love affair with Scooby-Doo. So we're doing a Scooby-Doo tracksuit with a food theme because she works at Wendy's, and I promised that I was going to make her one of these. And I think I kind of forgot, to be quite honest with you. So I'm like, oh man, I didn't make this thing yet. I better get on it. So here we go. Basically, it's going to say Scooby-Doo loves Shaw Q. And it's got Scooby-Doo. I gotta cool this thing down. Now this is heated at 305 degrees for 25 seconds. So make sure I get the press nice, real nice on there. And we got Scooby here with his cupcakes. And we're just gonna keep going. So I only have a 15 by 15 press, and to do a full leg, I kind of have to do it a little bit staggered. But that's not the biggest deal, not the end of the world. I just used the seam line of the leg itself and follow it, so that way if you just keep it, about 1 inch off of the seam line. It's best when you're using puff to try not to like set it directly onto a seam, just because it, will generally have a bump on it. And it's also important that you keep the material very flat. Sometimes people recommend using like the sublimation pillows with puff. I don't. I just think 2 firm surfaces are best. Using a lot of continued pressure, 25 seconds total, if not a little bit longer, and to shake them vigorously just to let them cool down. So this is going to finalize the suit as far as the bottoms go. And yeah, just like so. We've got this down the leg Scooby-Doo with the loves Shaw Q, and it's really nice because it just gives it just this very light contrast. And if you're wondering, I just got this puff print at Hobby Lobby in this case, $6.99. I used a 2-foot slice by 12 inches for this entire design, and that's the top and the bottom. Now, we're not quite done with this bottom yet. We're gonna do a complimentary cupcake right on the butt, because where else do cupcakes end up other than on your butt, right? So we're just going to do it on the opposite side as to where we place the puff on the front, and that's what's really cool about these all over puffs is we want to kind of give it that contrast. All right, so I'm going to set this thing. Just want to make sure I have a nice, as I said, very flat area to make sure that your puff goes into. And if you didn't want to set it onto like the hip or high up like this, you can always set it low on the leg. And you've seen that on a lot of my other episodes. It just depends on the person and what their preference is. In this case, I just think it's going to be really cool. Now, for the sweatshirt itself, we're doing this really cool Scooby-Doo with the big old cheeseburger. And this is going to be a big surprise considering she works at Wendy's and Scooby-Doo's eating a cheeseburger, right? The perfect stencil. So I am super excited to show you this one. And this is one of the largest puffs I've ever done on my show. But before we do that, we've got to complete these sweatpants. And I just, like I said, always hold it just a little bit longer. And I shake it very firmly just to make sure Scooby cools down. And we get him just like so. So we got, like I said, the aforementioned Scooby here. Now, if you're wondering, I put Scooby a little bit lower on the front because generally speaking, you're going to have your top on or your hoodie and it's going to hang a little bit over. And so I want to make sure that this is really visible when you're walking from behind. Whereas the one on the back, I just made it put it high up. The last thing you'd want is it to be like on the lower part of your butt. You want to make sure, just like if you have a shirt, you want to make sure that the image is more up on the chest than like on the lower part of the chest. And so, if you do images on the back, make sure you do them high enough up. Just a good tip. And now we're gonna switch to the top. So for the top, I'm actually gonna lower this temperature just a little bit. I'm getting a little bit of like a bubble, and I think I can remedy that just with a secondary press. So I'll do that at the end. But the best way to do it, you know, if you are getting that, I think is just to lower your temperature a little bit. And why I say I think is because puff is a little bit temperamental. You know, it's not something that people get right the first time, every time. I myself have worked with puff, well, not like a very long time, but I've ruined a lot of things in making things good. And I've really found that, you know, you have to basically be between 295 degrees on a t-shirt and about 315 degrees on a sweatshirt. And it's very temperamental in that, like, you don't want to overheat the fabric. So if you go with like a thinner hoodie or a thinner fabric, you want to make sure to go ahead and lower that temperature. So we're doing just that. Our press is now at 298 degrees. And when you have a pocket hoodie, you have a couple opportunities to center the image. One, I think I actually have a guide right here too. Yeah, I keep a guide handy because the last thing I want to do is let Scooby-Doo be not centered. So we'll use this guide here, starting here at the top, centering that off of the center of the shirt. And then we'll take our big Scooby-Doo stencil. Make sure that you mirror these when you're doing this in Cricut. You want to make sure that you get it the right direction. And I want to be a little higher up, so just like so. Okay, so then I'm going to make sure that I move the entire image into the press area. And for this one, I want to make sure I get up very close to show you the detail. So if you can stand up for this one or bring me that camera. This one, we want to make sure we got a lot of detail on for the short. Okay, here comes the big press. Scooby-Doo with a cheeseburger. Staying close on it. We heat these for 25 seconds at 295 degrees. And yeah, this is going to be the big press on this show. So if you want to see the full episode, check out the link below. But yeah, give me a like and subscribe. This is a all-over tracksuit. We have a matching bottom with Scooby-Doo with cupcakes. And this is Scooby-Doo with a big old cheeseburger. All right, now, like I said, I always do these for 25 seconds, even a little longer. Very firmly hold them. And, ooh, they're hot. Shake them up good. So they puff good. Just like that, Scooby-Doo with a cheeseburger. And let me hold it up straight so you can actually see it. There's the final image, Scooby-Doo with a cheeseburger. Stay tuned for the completed outfit. Now, if you can't tell, I looked over at a camera because we have to make shorts for this thing too. And I'm trying to show the depth and the detail in these really cool puffs because I'm trying to get everybody into puff print. So if you haven't already told someone about my channel, do me a favor and tell them, check out these dye sublimation and puff images. And if you wanted me to make something for you, just let me know. I'd be glad to do it. All right, so now we've got Scooby. We've got the cheeseburger. Looking really good on there. And we are going to do a matching arm. Now, because we're going to have Scooby on this leg, I'm going to make sure that it goes down the other arm. It's going to be like, you know, this opposite thing. We just want to make sure that we basically have an all-over puffy outfit. You know, we don't want to have it, you know, where everything is on one side of the outfit inadvertently. So, you know, had I done like a zippered hoodie, I probably would have put the Scooby on the back. But I think, you know, because it's a themed suit, it's going to look best, you know, on the actual front, you know. And now, this isn't actually for me, but I will be putting this on. I can't wait to show it to you. Just really cool. Like I said, puff prints all the rage. I did this with a roll of $6 puff from Hobby Lobby and sweatshirt combo. So make your own clothes, get into puff print. Check out my other episodes. I also do dye sublimation. I did one where I matched this flannel shirt. I made it all over flannel. Crazy, right? came out pretty good. You know, I've got a long way to go, and to be quite honest, I never feel like any of my stuff's any good yet. It's just, it's really good, to be quite honest with you. And when I start looking at my stuff, I go, oh, I like that one. Oh, and I like that one, and I like that one. But truthfully, when I'm like just in the process on a daily basis, I kind of get down and I start thinking, oh, you know, when am I going to make something good? So that's why I would recommend staying and watching my channel. You know, I'm a very driven person, and something awesome is going to come from this channel, I promise. And just power of positivity, right? So here we go. We're almost done here, folks. One more. Loves the Shaw Q, because we do love Shaw Q. Her name's actually Shaquaria, but she just said put Shaw Q on there, and sounds good. So yeah, it's a really cool Scooby-Doo loves Shaw Q, food-oriented, all-over tracksuit. We're going to finish this puff up. I'm going to give it a shaky shake, and I'll be back with the suit on for you. Okay. And here we have it. The Scooby-Doo with corresponding Scooby-Doo loves Shaw Q on the arm here, and these really cool hearts that are kind of scratchy. Did that on purpose just to show the puff and the detail. And I just love this mauve with the blue, you know. So it's all about color complementation, you know. And same thing here, Scooby with the cupcakes, the corresponding Scooby-Doo loves Shaw Q. And then, hey, where else do cupcakes end up? Right there on the piney. So, yep, Scooby-Doo and the cupcakes. I'll be back with it on to show you the complete episode in just 1 second. Hang tight. So I'm super excited to show you this completed outfit, and I am truly happy with the outcome here. Scooby came out great with this huge cheeseburger. I think it's really going to surprise her. This down the line, Scooby loves Shaw Q with the 2 double hearts and the scritchy scratchies on them. And in case you can't see it, we'll put it up in the corner. But the cupcake Scooby-Doo here, and the Scooby-Doo loves Shaw Q down the leg, and as promised, one here on the back. And just really cool how the colors match, you know, trying to find, you know, like that light blue and dark blue or whatever you're looking for. Like I like this light purple and midnight blue. Give me a like and subscribe. Come back tomorrow. We'll be making more clothes.